miles.
Well, good for you. Why don't you pass some of those over here so I don't have to pay as much for my ticket to Austin?
All right. Well,
Hey, you
all
better
right,
make
guys,
a plane
we're
reservation
live.
pretty soon.
And Carl, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Carl Hayes. Nice to meet you. I'm here in Indian Rocks Beach, Florida. And I'm here with my great friends, Carrie Schaefer in Kansas City, Missouri. Say hi, Carrie.
Hi.
And Nancy Neubauer in the suburbs of Chicago, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Spring Grove, Illinois.
All right.
excellent.
Well, Nancy, you haven't gotten any snow yet, have you?
No, we have not. Not one. I don't think there's been a speckle of snow.
Not a speckle.
We need it bad. We really do. We need water.
Yeah.
I
So,
hear you.
Who's
mhm.
crunching?
Huh?
I
What?
heard crunching.
Not me.
It was me with my paper.
Oh, okay. It sounded like crunching, like somebody's eating nuts.
I
No.
could use some. I could use some tacos right now. Well, Nancy, why don't you tell us what you used to do and how that prepared you for internet marketing, and just tell us how you got into internet marketing.
Well, I worked in the corporate world for about 40 years. And when I was 58 years old, I got laid off.
Mm.
And I said, well, what am I going to do? I guess I'll have to go find another job. I went out looking for jobs. Nobody was willing to hire a 58-year-old woman. So I got on the internet and found a company that wanted me to sell their drugs that were coming, medicinal drugs that were coming over from Canada.
Mm.
That did not go well. That was no good.
No.
Then I found
Well,
ITV Ventures, and I was selling health and wellness products, and that was working pretty good.
well, what did
And
first of all, what did you do in the corporate world?
I was a secretary.
Okay.
And the last 4 years of being a secretary, I actually worked in sales. I was a secretary to the account executives. Okay. And I couldn't find a job in that field anymore. There wasn't any around.
Mm.
So that's how I got started on the internet. And then for a while I was doing loan modifications for a company out in California, where I would help the people get their homes remodified. And I stopped doing
Mm.
that because I found out that they were crooks.
Mhm.
So I got out of that, and
When was that, Nancy?
when was that? That was 2 years ago.
Okay.
Then, what did I get involved in? I just kind of like was searching for months, looking for the right opportunity, and I came across Empower Network.
Mhm.
And I didn't even hesitate. I got in right away when I saw that you could make 100% commission. It was a no-brainer for me.
Yeah.
And I got
Mm-hmm.
in, and I brought some people in,
Uh-huh.
and it's worked out well. Um, then I found Banner's Broker, and I really like Banner's Brokers.
Yeah.
And Chris Stardy, I met Chris Stardy through Empower Network, but I would say last February, I think.
Hmm.
And we had done a co-op together that didn't turn out too good. And so when he found Banner's Broker and he wanted to start up a co-op in Banner's Broker, I was on his list. He contacted me, and I got in right away. And I am very thankful. I've made money in Banner's Broker. I really like it a lot. And I am hoping that his co-op is going to, even increase my Empower Network business.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm at with internet
Well,
marketing.
what is it
Well,
that that
But
you like
I
about
also
Internet
was in
marketing?
another company called Sizzle, and that's an MLM.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not crazy about MLMs. I've come to the conclusion that yeah, they're great if you can build a huge team. And I'm not a huge recruiter, so you don't really make the money, unless you have a really big team. So I'm kind of steering away from MLMs now.
Yeah.
Um, I still sell Sizzle products because I think they're great products,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm really not promoting it like I am on Power Network and Banner Brokers.
So tell me what it is that you like about internet marketing, Nancy.
What internet marketing I found is communicative. I've met so many people online. Um, and what really intrigues me the most is I am responsible for what I do. There is no boss that is going to change my life one way or the other, like it is when you work for someone.
Mm-hmm.
So I find this to be what I want, what I need. I just I want to be able to come and go as I please and do what I want. If it means one day I have to work 15 hours and the next day only two, that's okay with me. I like it that way.
Yeah, that's a good thing to be able to do, isn't it?
Yeah,
Hmm.
it is.
Yeah. A weird thing is that I found that I work way more.
Oh, so do I.
I do too.
So do I.
But I enjoy it, you know. I
Yeah.
mean, for some reason, 16 hours doing this doesn't feel like 8 hours at a job.
I
Well,
know.
sometimes, I mean, I find I doodle a lot. I'm in Facebook, I'm looking to see if anybody sent me messages, I'm reading what everybody else has to say. So, if I could say I come in here at 8 o'clock and I don't leave until midnight, that doesn't mean I've been working all that time.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
so
Nancy, we recently had you on a training call.
yes,
It was the first hangout that we did where we
right,
talked about Banners Broker and giving people tips to get them started.
right.
Have you found that to be effective? Have people given any feedback on it?
Yeah, people in Banner's Broker,
Yeah.
uh, have commented on it that they thought I had a meeting set up with another guy, and he called me up. He said, "Well, I don't really think I need a meeting. Yeah, that video it taught me everything that I needed to know."
Oh, that's excellent. I'm so glad to hear
Sure.
that.
Yeah,
One of our main reasons for wanting to do that for you is because I personally, and I think Carrie would agree, we really respect what you've done for the group,
hmm,
what you've been doing, and you give so much of yourself to everybody else. And we wanted to give back to you. We wanted to free up some of your time so that you could, potentially, grow. You could, I know you're not a big recruiter, but I'm sure that freeing up a little bit of your time would help you to do a little bit more marketing and
right,
hopefully, put more people on your team.
right.
You deserve
That'd be
that.
great.
You really
Yeah,
do.
that'd be cool.
Yeah,
That'd be
I mean, more.
What you do, Nancy,
huh?
for Banners Broker and those Facebook groups, and for people who have joined Banners Broker under other people, you would be earning a big paycheck out in the corporate world for what you do.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
I really like teaching them. I like helping them. I know what it's like to feel lost in the beginning, and because you're not sure about what you're doing, and so I would rather help them than see them make monetary mistakes that they're gonna be sorry for later.
Yeah.
So I go out of my way to help them all, and it's just what I like to do. I I always say, if you don't give, you're never going to get.
Yeah.
You
That's
know?
exactly right.
Yeah.
And
So
I'm a big believer in giving. I like to build people from the bottom up. I like to lift others up so
yeah,
that they can then do the same for their teams.
right. That's my purpose too. If they come in and they bring in a big team, they need to know how to explain to them, how this business works. So that's one of my reasons for doing it also, is to train them. So the trainer can train the trainer can train. Isn't that what it used to be called? The trainer's going to train the trainer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. One thing that I talk about this often, and I'm not sure that people really understand, but um, when I got started in internet marketing, I had no idea that it was such a social industry.
Yeah.
At first I felt like an island. However, when I started reaching out to people and finding like-minded people, I've become very close to them. And just like you two, I've never met either one of you, and I
Yeah.
feel very close to you, and I feel like I know you,
Mhm.
and feel a lot closer to you than I did a lot of people I worked side by side with in an office. And
Yes.
that's one thing that I really like about internet marketing.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
met
Carrie,
some
I would
wonderful
hug you
people,
right now if I
you
could.
know.
Oh, Carl.
What do you say?
I said I would hug you right now if I could.
Are you going to be in Austin?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Well, you can hug me then.
All right.
Mhm. Yeah.
Nancy, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, that I've met some of the most wonderful people ever since coming in this business. A lot of times when you work from home, you're not out amongst people anymore. But I've never
Mm-hmm.
felt that. I've always felt I am amongst more people than I would be if I was sitting in an office. So it's okay. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah.
And Nancy, we just want to thank you very much for coming on and talking with us tonight. You
Sure.
are an awesome person. I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah.
And thank you, Carl. Um, and Nancy, if someone needed to get a hold of you for Banners Broker or Empower Network, how would they do that?
Well, my link for Empower Network is empower the number 4 Nancy.com.
Cool.
And my link for Banners Broker is banners the number 4 Nancy.com.
Well, very
I'm
cool.
pretty close. Yeah.
And we'll
Excellent.
also put a link underneath this video. And for those of you watching this video, please click the like button and leave a comment for us.
Yeah. We thank
Thanks,
you so
Carrie.
much for spending time with us, Nancy.
Yeah, it's been my pleasure.
And Carrie,
Bye,
thank you.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.